rush of a burning sky, dodging embers of a world on fire. Yet there's still hope when you're by my side. They say it's darkest right before the light. Stay with me tonight, far from the fading light. We can leave it all behind, just breathe and feel alive. Each passing flicker of our souls ablaze, revealing secrets to the blinding edge.
Why can't I type? Fuck. Oh.
An old acquaintance among the hidden tells me that a Seraph complex recently powered on for the first time since the collapse. Shortly thereafter, Vex incursions were reported. Anna flagged the site as a potential pillory bunker. If the Vex gain access to its systems, they'll use it to wrest Rasputin's submine data away from us. It will
Okay,
be
he said gold
catastrophic.
only. No. Fucking Christ, I'm dying.
You've landed at the source of the complex's AUG supply. Centuries in Martian rust have done this place no kindness. Our window of opportunity is short. AUG surges destabilize the complex, and Vex are breaching the command matrix. Go.
Hey, this is explorer mode, yes? Is that what you want it to be in? I knew it was too good to be fucking true.
An old acquaintance among the hidden tells me that a Seraph complex recently powered on for the first time since the collapse. Shortly thereafter, Vex incursions were reported. Anna flagged the site as a potential pillory bunker. If the Vex gained
Yeah, I knew it
access
wasn't
to the
right the
system,
second I seen
they
Arctrician. I
would
was like,
use
no,
to
it doesn't
wrest
tell you what that
Rasputin's
is.
submine data away from us. It would be catastrophic. You've landed at the source of the complex's arc supply. Centuries in Martian rust have done this place no kindness. Our window of opportunity is short. Arc surges destabilize the complex, and Vex are breaching the command matrix. Go.
Oh, fucking Christ, no way.
fanatical sect of programming devoted to the darkness. Or rather, the witness. The Ishtar Collective in a Seraph complex. Peculiar. They were rivals in the Golden Age. This wasn't just a pillory site, it was a joint research facility, focused on extrasolar colonization efforts. The Soul Divisive have been scouring research logs. They were looking for something more than to imprison Rasputin's subminds.
Are you fucking kidding me? Andy's not gonna res?
Information stored here, but could it be linked to my visions? Why else would the witness be interested in these files? complex mine remains in this terminal like an open door. It's using the tower's arrays to connect with installations across Seoul. This must be in preparation to imprison the submines. Breaking their connection could end this threat. driving the reactor core to a meltdown. It's going prompt critical. Those power surges were intentional. Get to the reactor, lest we lose everything.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Guardian, what we've seen here proves my visions have merit. We must secure the complex to convince Ikora. Trust me. A frail thing. As much as our mission, this can restore her faith in me. I need this. next mine directs power to the reactor. Kill it, and the complex should stabilize. front attack. Sabotage us, glean knowledge, and annihilate any trace of advantage. Extrasolar colonies. Ages ago, Saint and I thought we'd leave the city once we'd made it safe. We'd explore the universe. That time never came. A matter of finite seconds lost in the margins then. Now, there's only the want of more. But we learn to make do, young wolf, and turn the edge of defeat into victory.
That's how I expected Ultimatum to go.
Everything dies. They've shown me. The end is here.
other day, Bungie randomly decided to hide 60 chess pieces across the game for players to go and find. Collecting all of them right now will give you a try. Why don't we start off with the off-dreadnought pieces, of which there are 11. The first can be found on Europa. Land at the Beyond area, and the piece should be nearby on an ice ledge not too far away from the Exo Stranger.
I'm gonna go get these real quick. I guess I'll just go in order of the video.
Second is also on Europa. Head to the Cadmus Ridge area and then head inside the Bray
God damn
exoscience
it.
structure.
Do we have to
You're
go all the
basically
way
gonna
down?
Go deeper and deeper into the Bray exoscience structure, exactly as if you were running the Heist Battlegrounds Europa strike. Eventually, when you finally reach the area in the facility where you find Cloaked Bray's giant head, the chest piece will be on a platform a little bit away from, but
Could be going the wrong way though. I don't remember. Like,
in front of his head. Next, go to the sludge area in the EDZ.
EDZ.
EDZ. Head north and travel up the stream until you reach the dark forest area.
Hmm.
Area. There's going to be a big fountain of dark taken goop, and a chest piece should be just barely around the outer edge of the taken goop. The next one should also be in the EDZ located in the Winding Cove. It should be way up on a high grassy ledge, basically overlooking the
I know where that is. Is that where Zur is? Actually, no. That looks like it's further left of where he was. My God, look at these level 2s.
Cabal Drill public event. Find it on that grassy ledge and pick it up. The next 3 are all located at the tower. The first one is in Commander Zavala's office. Just take the elevator down, then turn left from the way nearby. The final 4 for this sweep the floor. That should be all 11 of the off-dreadnought pieces. Here, the first can be
I remember we got to do secrets too. This might just take us like an hour. Low key. Yeah, swap these 2 out. There we go. Much better. The other half, my favorite one. What mod is that? Huh. No. Hey. Can't believe we ran Eternity at like well under an hour. Goes to the Deeps will probably be an hour. Goes to the Deep Ultimatum will probably be 14 hours. Inspire took us fucking 7 hours. Honestly, I don't even know.
be found immediately after landing in.
Okay, well, I know where 2 of them are in the trenchway. But we gotta see, are we gonna load in, or looks like we're going trenchway, maybe? Wait, we have to get to the founts. No wonder it took him 20 some hours. That's, oh my God, man. That's shocked, fam. It'll take us a whole week to get it. Like, why? Why go to the founts? Or why make it in the founts, man? Like... Also, why is this taking so long? Holy shit. Come on. Let's go. We're in the founts.
The first is on the bottom floor of the area and located near a giant pimply blue tentacle coming up.
That doesn't help at all. What the fuck is that call out? Or that part of the guide? Are you kidding me? What the actual fuck is that part of the guide? Are you kidding me? Like, for real though, what is that? Hold on.
Moving on to the founts. There will be 7 in this area.
Oh, I understand now. It's not as bad as I first thought, but it is pretty dumb though. So it looks like it's gonna be on the other side then. Yeah, it's on the other side. Come on. Come on, Billy. You can do it. Could be right here and down to the left. Wait. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there it is. Got one.
Total. The first is on the bottom floor of the area and located near a giant pimply blue tentacle coming up out of the floor. The piece is nearby over against the wall. The next one is going to be way up high from the very...
Okay. Oh my god, man. Okay.
Middle of the founts, jump up and out to try and start climbing the big blue tentacles that are hugging the walls and ceiling. There should be 2 big tentacles, one on either side of the room. If you jump to one big blue tentacle and you don't see it on your radar, just jump across the room to the other big tentacle and it should be up there. The next one is down on the bottom floor. Make sure you have longbow detector when your goes turned on because you're basically jumping up to a hidden chest room from the bottom floor. There's a...
Oh, I know where that is. That is, yep, over here. How do we get down? Here we go. It should be right there. Yeah.
Big, ugly, taken heading your way.
Small hole in the low ceiling, and there should be a chest in that room, and the piece should be behind that chest. Next up, we have one in a room with some of those hanging hive chandeliers. Jump up.
Oh, damn, I'm dying. Yeet. Okay. He said hive chandeliers. That would be... Well, it depends on which side, I guess. But not here.
Up on those chandeliers, wind chimes, whatever they are, and then jump over to the glowing ledges poking out of the wall nearby. The piece you're looking for is on top of one of those glowing ledges jet
Oh my god.
Next one is in a similar looking room on the other side of the founts. Jump up the same glowing ledges coming out of the wall and then look up even higher for a hole in the ceiling. Jump up there and a piece should be up.
Wait, what? Okay. I'm running out of time. I think it's one of the last ones though. I can't believe that. So not here. Not there. Huh? What are you saying? There it is. When he said other side, I was thinking like other side of the map, you know, because that's kind of what the other side means. What? Heh.
Up there waiting for you. Next up, if you're bounce, jump up these same glowing ledges coming out of the wall, and then look up even higher for a hole in the ceiling. Jump up there, and a piece should be up there waiting for you.
Wait, what? What?
Jump up on those chandeliers, wind chimes, whatever they are, and then jump over to these glowing ledges poking out of the wall nearby. The piece you're looking for is on top of one of those glowing ledges jetting out of the wall. Next one is in a similar looking room on the other side of the founts. Jump up these same glowing ledges coming out of the wall, and then look up even higher for a hole in the ceiling.
What?
Let him go. Zero.
That fucking sucks, dude. So now I have one in the founts. Jesus Christ. Alright, now we're in Hall of Souls, I believe.
Yes. Next, the Hall of Souls. First, from where you spawn in, there should be one. Way up high. Turn around and jump up the ledge again.
Okay.
The back wall. A piece hard to describe. Jump up on a nearby pillar, then continue jumping up in order to get on top of this giant weird hard found in another offshoot room with kind of a.
I think I know where that is. I think that's right there. Potentially. Yeah, it's up here. Okay. Fuck off.
Location. Facing the middle of the map and the right side of the final boss area, turn around and look down. The piece should be.
Okay, I think I know where that is too. I think it's actually over here. Maybe not. Let me grab this now. Should be basically this way.
My brother and king. I have studied the wounds caused by the worm, our god. Also, I have studied the manner of your death and
Not it.
return. These two things are the same, for they are predicated on death and the passage through cut spaces.
Oh, I'm behind it, so I need to go that way. Basically where the wipe is. Yeah, that's more correct, I think, maybe. And then it should be up here. Right there, yep.
boss area, turn the map. Away with all the taken thrall statues. A piece should be
Okay. That should be behind. No, in front. Okay. Right here. Okay. Very nice. Oh, that's kind of cool.
tucked against one of the walls near the statues. Again, just use your radar to find it. To get to the next one, start off in the area of the final boss fight, find the giant taken orb, usually where the boss is, and start jumping up.
Okay. Bruh. Come on. Huh?
Taking out your ghost should help you find hidden ledges that you can jump on top of, and again, you're just heading way up. Eventually, you'll reach the top of a giant hive cable way high up in the map. The piece is up at the top of that cable. Go way up there and get it. Next, in the room that looks like this, head up the little hill in the right side of the room, then find and go through a random doorway into an otherwise small empty room. The chest piece should be there on the other side of the
God damn
doorway.
it.
The last one in this area is a little annoying to get to. You have to take those little hive tunnels.
What do you mean? Wow. Like what?
This is up at the top of that cable. Go
Oh, am I in the wrong one?
jumping up. Taking out your ghost should help you find hidden ledges that you can jump on top of. And again, you're just heading way up. Eventually, you'll reach the top of the giant hive cable way high up in the map. The piece is up at the top of that.
No, I'm at the right spot. I'm just... Okay, yep, there it is. That's crazy that the platforms weren't there. Okay, and the last one's what?
Cable. Go way up there and get it. Next, in the room that looks like this, head up the little hill in the right side of the room, then find and go through a random doorway into an otherwise small empty room. The chest piece should be there on the up.
Okay, and then I basically have one shot at this right now. Where would that be? That might be that way or that way. I don't remember. Or no, it should be here. Keyword should be. I don't think that's it, right? Yeah, that's not it.
And get it. Next, in the room that looks like this, head
Wait. That is it.
up the little hill in the right side of the room.
It's over here. Okay.
Room, then find and go through a random
There we
doorway
go,
into
Hall
an
of Souls is
otherwise
done.
small empty room. The chest piece should be there on the other side of the doorway. The last one in this area is a little annoying to get to. You have to take those little hive tunnels to get into a dark cave, and the piece will be over in a small dirt pile. Moving on to the have to take those last one. Chest piece should be there on the other side of the doorway. The last one in this area is a little annoying to get to. You have to take those little hive tunnels to get into a dark cave, and the piece.
Why would the fuck would you not show us where the little tunnel is, though, dog? Brother Christ, what do you mean? Looks like I'm gonna have like basically one per Yeah, I think if I spend like
I
30
wanted us
minutes
to
a
be
day doing
free,
this,
Zivu.
we'll have it
Not
done in
as
a
you
couple
are,
days.
but as we could be. Surely you understand that ties come in all sizes. I'm paving the way, Zivu. Unknown territory. So think of it this way. We don't need to be tethered to any gods at all. That's where it all leads.
No. Bruh. Where are we at now? Ooh, we're in the trenchway. I know where 2 of them are, so I'm just gonna go do those 2 right now. Also, I'm gonna do a secret because we haven't done any secrets yet. Nice. Okay. One of them is over here. I do believe it should be facing down here. Yes. Okay.
Total. We'll start with the trenchway, and their NP should be down low, resting on some of the curled high wall bark, whatever you call it, in the darkness. Remember, you can use the icon on your radar to help you find these if they're too hard to see right away. The next one should be on the far left side.
Oh. Wish I would have known that one was there. God, I fucking love Gifted Conviction. It's so good, dude. It is so, so good. Love how these 2 are just fucking slaying out the entire time.
Sends 4 per champions. Destroy them.
Where was it? There it is.
Of the trenchway. Get to the far end, then drop off the ledge onto some more height above the giant trench in the trenchway. It's basically up in the room that you have to...
Oh, I know that room. Okay. We're going. Oh, shit. I don't know where in here, but it's somewhere in here. I guess we're gonna watch a video.
Jump up on hidden platforms to get to. Head into the room and to your left. It should be back up against the wall in the darkness. The final trenchway piece should also be in the area with the giant trench in the middle. Head over to the area with the little throne area, I guess it is, with the small circular steps going up. It should be back at the far left end of those steps. Next, the Hall of Souls. First, from where you spawn in, there should be one.
There it is. Very nice. How am I getting that back so fast? That must be a boon or something. Only unless Amplified gives me that. That'd be cool. Oh, come on. Where's the fun, dog? Ruin my fun.
We can leave
One
the
way
hive
up
somewhere
high.
new.
Turn around and
A
jump up.
place better than what the worms dictated to us all that time ago. Because your world is falling apart again. Another god wave is coming. But we have no one to blame but ourselves. Whatever lies you're resting on, Zivor-Rath, it will be over soon.
Hmm. Hmm.
Drifter, your actions in the wake of my death. Did you attempt a wish?
You, heard about that? Yeah, I shook that damn rock of yours. Nothing happened.
We were fortunate.
Right exactly when you
I
spawn
was not
into the
dead.
mausoleum, just turn around and it should
And
be
what
right there
else?
back up
I
against the
tried
wall.
everything.
The next one is at the far end.
Anything.
There should be 5.
Foolish, but sweet. Thank you.
Here total. First is basically right exactly when you spawn into the mausoleum, just turn around and it should be right there back up against the wall. The next one is at the far end of the mausoleum at the very back left of the area. Jump up onto a high ledge and the piece should be way up there, tucked away against the wall. Next, head to the area in the mausoleum where you would normally fight the final boss of the area, the big ogre. Leap up there among the taken tentacles and it should be way out there down in the middle of a rock pile. The next one should also be out in the same taken tentacle area, but this one should be closer to the ledge where you spawn in and further away area, but way out there down taken tentacle fight the final boss. area, the big ogre. Leap up there among the taken tentacles, and it should be way out there down in the middle of a rock pile. The next one should also be out in the same taken tentacle area, but this one should be closer to the ledge where you spawn in and further away from the taken ogre boss. Drop under the ledge, and it should be there among some rocks. The final one should also be out in the taken tentacle area along the same side. Spawn in and further of a rock pile. The next one should also be out. In the same taken tentacle area, but this one should be closer to the ledge where you spawn in and further away from the taken ogre boss. Drop under the ledge, and it should be there among some rocks. The final one should also be out in the taken tentacle area along the same side as where you spawn into the mausoleum. Hug the wall, and it should be tucked away in a dark little corner, kinda hard to spot. Again, remember to use your radar to help you find it. Alright, while we're on the subject of the nether, there are certain chest pieces that aren't found in exact locations, but rather are under the umbrella of nether secrets. Translation, you know when you're in the nether activity normally and you find are under, and it should be under the ledge, way out there down in the middle of a rock pile. The next one should also be out in the same taken tentacle area, but this one should be closer to the ledge where you spawn in and further away from the taken ogre boss. Drop under the ledge, and the next one should also be out in the same taken tentacle area, but this one should be closer to the ledge where you spawn in and further away from the taken ogre boss. Drop under the ledge, and it should be there among some rocks. The final one should also be out in the taken tentacle area along the same side as where you spawn into the mausoleum. Hug the wall, and it should be tucked away in a dark little corner, kinda hard to spot. Again, remember to use your radar to help you find it. Alright, while we're on the subject of the nether, there are
I think a few of them are from Drifter too.
Why don't we start off with the off-dreadnought pieces, of which there are 11. The first can be found on Europa. Land at the Beyond area, and the piece should be nearby on an ice ledge not too far away from the Exo Stranger. The second is also on Europa. Head to the Cadmus Ridge area, and then head inside the Bray Exoscience structure. You're basically going to go deeper and deeper into the Bray Exoscience structure, exactly as if you were running the Heist Battlegrounds Europa Strike. Eventually, when you finally reach the area in the facility where you find Clovis Bray's giant head, the chest piece will be on a platform a little bit away from, but in front of his head. Next up, Court of Blades. In short, there are 3 pieces in specific locations and 2 that are kinda tied to RNG. The specific location pieces are in each of the unique boss rooms. The first one is in the Rathmore subterranean boss room. Way back behind where the boss spawns, the piece should be laying
I think this is the off-world one that I need. Or off Dreadnought, I should say. Rather.
Crushes the Cabal homeworld. That can't be.
Yep.
against a double ice pillar, go get it. The second one is in the Remnant of Silver boss room. It's way on the outer edge of the map at the top of a hill tucked behind some giant pipes.
Take up the knife. Do you hear it? They yearn for your blade. Power belongs to those who take it.
To get on top of the giant rock pillar, and it should be.
Grow in strength and knowledge.
Be way up on top of the pillar. The other two pieces tied to Court of Blades are kinda RNG based, but not hard to get. You can get them randomly by getting upgrades at the wall statues in between encounters, like how I got mine. Or apparently you can get them as rewards for completing Court of Blades in general, but yeah, 3 in set locations and 2 from RNG related to the statues and completing the activity. That would be 55 total. The final 5 will come directly from the Drifter at the tower. Literally go talk to him and he'll just give them to you, one at a time. Be aware though, the Drifter may... ground. Again, if you're having trouble, remember...
Okay.
a small tangle of black tentacles way up above the hive door, but just keep trying, you'll get up there eventually. The last one in the founts is downstairs. Again, be sure to have your wombo detector on because it's in a little hidden room with a chest in it, so that could make it easier to find. Jump through that little hole in the side of the wall and then bam, it should be right there. Up the little hill in the right side of the room. The chest going to get to, you have to take those. Moving on to the founts. There will be 7 in this area total. The final trenchway piece should also be in the area with the giant trench in the middle. Head over to the area with the little throne. Little annoying to get to, you have to take area total wall. The next one is going to be way up high from the very middle of the other side of the room. Hidden chest room from 4 is kind of annoying to get to. It's on top of a small tangle of black tentacles ceiling. Jump near the big door with all the hive symbols on it. Start jumping up to the right of the door. This one is kind of annoying to get to. It's on top of a small tangle of black tentacles way up above the hive door, but just keep trying, you'll get up there eventually. The last one in the founts is downstairs. Again, be sure to have your wombo detector on because it's in a little hidden room with a chest in it, so that could make it easier to find. Jump through that little hole in the side of the wall and then bam, it should be right there. Next, the mausoleum. There should be 5 here total. The first is basically right exactly when you spawn into the mausoleum. You just turn around and it should be right there back up against the wall. The next one is at the far end of the mausoleum at the very back left of the area. Jump up onto a high ledge and the piece should be way up there tucked away against the wall. Next, head to the area in the mausoleum where you would normally fight the final boss of the area, the big ogre.
Not sure which one I'm missing.
The taken tentacles and it should be way out there down in the middle of a rock pile. The next one should also be out in the same taken tentacle area, but this one should be closer to the ledge where you spawn in and further away from the taken ogre boss. Drop under the ledge and it should be there among some rocks. The final one should also be out in the taken tentacle area along the same side as where you spawn into the mausoleum. Hug the wall and it should be tucked away in a dark little corner. Translation, you know when you're in the nether activity normally and you find a random side objective like following a white Toland orb around the area until it finally reveals a secret chest? Well, every time you're in the nether and you do a secret side objective like that, you have a chance of being rewarded with a nether secret chest piece. You can earn up to a max of 9 chest pieces by doing this, so in short, when you're doing the nether, go out of your way to do every little secret side objective you know of until you've gotten all 9 nether secret chest pieces. And by the way, even if you relaunch the nether and you find a secret you've already done, it doesn't matter. Do it again. You do it again and again and again until you've gotten all 9 chest pieces. You can do them repeatedly. The hidden chest room where you interact with the Thrall statue and sacrifice a bit of your health to open up a chest is a great one in particular, by the way, because you can get 3 pieces all in one go. All right, the pieces under the umbrella of both half of condition and half of resolve. 6 in total.
Huge.
3 under
Like we're at
each
3
path.
secret now.
Keep it simple. When doing any activity during episode Heresy, you might come across this, a small taken consumable
this might be
item
the
that
thing.
may drop from a dead enemy. If you pick that object up, you may get a chest piece. And whatever you have the shaping slab back at Erismorn's apartment set to, that will determine if the piece will count as a path of ambition piece.
I don't remember
or
if
a
it's
path
in
of
there or out
resolve
here.
piece.
It might be out
It's
here.
the same thing for these, the little taken orbs that may drop from an enemy
Might
that
be
you
in,
can
like,
shoot
this thing
and
here.
destroy. Those may also reward you with pieces. Depending on what your shaping
there.
slab at Erismorn's apartment is set to, they'll again count as either a path of ambition piece or a path of resolve piece. If you get 3 pieces under one of the paths, remember to just go back to Erismorn's apartment and change the slab to the other path, so the next time you get these taken items to drop on a dead body, they'll count towards pieces on the other path. Again, 6 chest pieces in total, 3 for path of ambition, 3 for path of resolve, and yeah, a little bit of RNG tied to them. Just remember to keep an eye out for the taken orbs on the ground. Next up, Port of Blades. In short, there are 3 pieces in specific locations and 2 that are kind of the specific location pieces are in each of the unique bosses. The first one is in the Rathmore subterranean boss room. Way back in where the boss spawns, you should be laying against a double ice pillar. So yeah, the second one is in the remnants of a silver wall. It's way still tucked behind some giant.
What am I missing? I'm missing the one in the founts. But I don't know where the other one is. Very interesting. Maybe the trenchway? I feel like I got the mausoleum done pretty fast. Like I'm not thinking that I'm missing one here. Okay. Oh, this could be founts. Actually, could be founts. Thank God. I think it's founts. It's not trenchway, right? That's founts. Fuck yeah. I know exactly where to go.
Yeah, last time you said that, you ended up punching me in the face. I did, but that's not the point.
Okay, I'm not really sure. I might need to watch that video again. I'm not sure what exactly. Oh.
Pipes sticking up out of the ground. Again, if you're having trouble, remember to keep an eye on your radar. The third one is in the Hive Warship boss room. It's way above the portal you use to get into the room. Moving on to the founts, there will be 7 in this area total. The first is on the bottom floor of the area and located near a giant pimply blue tentacle coming up out of the floor. The piece is nearby over against the wall. The next one is going to be way up high from the very middle of the founts. Jump up and out to try and start climbing the big blue tentacles that are hugging the walls and the ceiling. There should be 2 big tentacles, one on either side of the room. If you jump to one big blue tentacle and you don't see it on your radar, jump across the room to the other big tentacle, and it should be up there. The next one is down on the bottom floor. Make sure you have Wombo detector on your ghost turned on, because you're basically jumping off to a hidden chest room from the bottom floor. There's a small hole in the lower ceiling, and there should be a chest in that room, and the piece should be behind that.
I don't know where you went. Where the fuck did Tolan go? Oh, there he is. Where's the other one? The other one like disappeared. I don't think I need to do anything else here, huh? Just secrets. Hmm, 5 secrets.
That chest. Next up, we have one in a room with some of those hanging hive chandeliers. Jump up on those chandeliers when...
How did it take them 24 hours? They must have got really unlucky, eh?
Oops. 200? Okay.
I'm ready. We'll be fine.
You have a healer with no heal spell? You're trying to hide. Spell. Okay. I just... I just can't think fast enough now. Okay, let's go. Let's try. No, I got it. I got it. It's slow? Yeah, but it's just like by the time my brain calculates like what's happening, I'm like, I'm cooked. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we're just gonna beat the fuck out of
All of you know I'm pretty addicted to body cams right now, but what you don't know is my dopamine is very talented. I could juggle multiple addictions at once, so I have another vice that I've been scratching at the neck for. Pokemon cards, scalpers, and scammers, and just the pure degeneracy of the Pokemon card community. Every single day, there's like 10 or 15 videos that get posted showcasing a new scammer or scalper embarrassing themselves, or a new fight at Target over Pokemon cards, or a fight at a Pokemon vending machine, arguments out the wazoo. It never ends here. There are countless videos of people just waiting outside of every business ever in order to get there right when the doors fucking even show an iota of
It's the same people.
charge the Pokemon vending machine and just clear that bitch out. It's like World War Z zombies. They climb over themselves to be the first in line to get the Pokemon product on restock. And what's crazy is sometimes I'll see the POV from someone who is clearly in the wrong, like this guy.
No, get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. You just bought something. I've been here. You just bought something. I've been here.
I love love that statement. I've been here. Brother, it's been 45 seconds. He has also been here. Both of you waited till this store opened. You got in at the exact same time. It was just a photo finish to who got to the vending machine first. Now, the reason the other guy kind of came in there giving him like the fucking box out like he was about to get a rebound is because this guy just purchased a Pokemon product from the vending machine, and there are limits on them. At least there's supposed to be limits on them, but it's not always super effective. Clearly, there's ways around it. It's not like it fucking retina scans you and then locks you out or anything. There's no biometric scanner or anything like that. But there's historically been a problem where one or two people will go in and just completely clear out all of the product in there, spend a few $1,000s and just get everything, leaving nothing left for anyone else. Like, these machines are always running emptier than my colon after Taco Bell. So they try to combat that problem by implementing these limits where there's only a certain amount of purchases per person. I've read varying reports on what that number is, but in this video, it seems like it is 1 because he bought that one product and then had to go back in and restart the whole thing if he wanted another one. Whereas if there was a higher limit, he probably would have gotten more than 1 would be my guess, as opposed to restart it. So I think the other guy is right that it is 1 per person. But now the other guy's temper has really flared up, so now he's just getting physical, putting the fucking hands on him, tweaking on his nipples, trying to get in there so that he can start getting his product from it. And he was probably going to do the same thing. I have to imagine he wasn't going to be that trick-or-treater that only took 1 piece of candy from the bowl outside of the house. I bet he
There's
was
multiple
also going
layers
to
of
do the same
RNG.
shit
I
of
have to
getting
get into a
multiple
game
boxes past the limit.
that has a secret left. I have to get RNG to work when I get the secret. So far, so good.
Don't worry about it. What now, Ray? Fucking Fidel Castro. It says 1 per person.
No, it doesn't. Get out of here, bro.
You bought something, it said sold
Go fuck yourself. I've been here. You get here earlier than me, bro.
Yeah, let's go, bro.
Fuck
No,
you,
don't
dude.
let him buy that shit, bro. He's buying it right now.
Dude, I've been here.
Move your shit out of there, bro. Get your fucking shit out of there, bro.
Oh my
The
god.
guy likes to splice.
Ex-Destiny designer reacts to marathon announcements. All right, so we can take a look at this. Let me just read this real quick. Fractal Grove co-founder and lead designer Vince worked at Bungie until 2019 and helped create Destiny 2. We're following this up with some of Vince's gameplay and thoughts from now for Destiny 2. Okay.
If you have a scale of 1 to 10, I had really positive vibes about Marathon just because of the people I knew working on it, and like the passion, and like they were really into Escape from Tarkov at the time. Tarkov was like pretty new at this point. It had only been out for like 2 years. They were playing a lot of that, and they were like, hey, can we make, you know, our own version of Tarkov that's better in like Destiny tools and stuff like that, which I thought was really fucking cool. Let's get into this trailer. I'll stop yapping for a little bit and let's see where this goes. Okay, I just wanted to say the use of Shelley's Ozymandias here, a sonnet, I think, and I don't know, it was a poem written in like the early 1800s. I think it's a really weird application of this. I think it's weird to put this in here because it like kind of fits because obviously like some disaster happened and civilization collapsed and that's kind of what they're going for, but it's strange.
It was like the focal point of the ARG as well. For us that have been doing the ARG, it was like, oh shit, that's what they're saying, right?
I thought this was gorgeous. I thought it was wonderful, really good stuff. Classic big Bungie, like amazing art. Nothing looks like Marathon that exists out there, and I think that's really good. When you look at the gameplay, it doesn't quite match the feel of those cinematics, which made me a little worried. So if I was talking about a scale of 1 to 10, I was sort of near a 3 because I was excited, but I'm skeptical. You know, I worked at Bungie, so there are good things and bad things. You guys have seen a lot of the scandals that have happened with Bungie over the last year and a half, 2 years. Not good stuff coming out of, you know, how the studio functions, what the culture's like, all of that. I don't want to get too deep in there, but that gave me some skepticism. After watching this reveal and hearing the team talk about it and what they were making, I would say I moved from a 3 to a 5. I'm still highly skeptical. I really want to play the alpha, see what the game is like. As I've watched a lot of this footage and what I've looked at for Marathon, one thing I noticed that is dissonant with the cinematic stuff they've shown. If you're looking at this, everything is toned blue. Everything's really cool in I mean temperature wise in the color palette. And I was realizing that's why it has a weird feel to it. So if you think about like moods and how people react to color, all of these cool tones bring your mood down, and that doesn't necessarily fit well with an action game. You need some kind of like bright popping colors and other stuff to kind of get moods up, right? So maybe that's why people have been reacting somewhat negatively.
Point in this video, the dude is biased. Which way is he biased? Obviously not your way. Seems like he's mad he's not working at Bungie. Dude, are you guys perceiving me on like another realm? I'm not picking that up at all. Like what? Les, what did you just say? Bias? He gave it a rating. He said he was at a 3 out of 10 and then went to a 5 out of 10. And he's saying he's skeptical. There could be a lot of reasons why someone's not working out Bungie. Sure, they could have been fired, or they could have been an independent contract, or they could have found some work elsewhere, a better opportunity. You know what I mean? They're reading between the umbrella lines with their ears. Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Like, I haven't really heard anything from them that's necessarily a new take or a different take, but I definitely know I'm not hearing any bias standpoint from them at all.
You know, AI PvE encounters, but then there's also other players, and it's sort of the same mentality of like anything you take out with you from a run, you get to keep, and you can add to your kit and all that. So that's really compelling. I have seen some people comment that that's weird when you consider Bungie's current audience in Destiny, in how that game is about collecting things instead of like building up this hoard of items that you've got over your decade of experience playing Destiny. I think that this is a smart choice, and Bungie needs to court a new audience, because I think the Destiny audience has fallen off. I can't really substantiate that with anything. I'm sure we could go look at Steam charts and see those numbers just...
Yo, who is this looking guy? No. You know, I was giving them the benefit of the doubt right now, but that's too far, man.
Steady decline, but the direction of the game has gone in a way that I'm not playing Destiny anymore. It used to be one of my favorite games. I haven't played Destiny since Witch Queen. I think the last time I played was we did, a ride-along interview with Mikowski about the return of the Whisper in Zero Hour, which I think became paid dungeons. I very strongly was against that. When I made the Whisper in Zero Hour, there were free content on purpose. It was supposed to be thank you people for playing. Destiny still has big secrets. They're all hidden in plain sight. That was the vibe.
All right. This guy's all right. Oh, no. He's legit. Yeah. He's base. That's a base take.
It turned into monetizing dungeons. You have to buy a dungeon pass. I don't agree with that. I don't like how any of that stuff went. I don't think it was great. So all of that being said, Marathon is courting an entirely different audience. That's a really good thing.
It's free though. What's free? Dungeons are not free. Raids are not free. Talking about exotic missions, 0 Hour and Whisper that he made are still free. Are they? Dude, I buy the $100.
Back in, hero.
And I don't know what's. I would have to go through. There's like a whole list of what's free and then what's not free. He's not talking about the 0 Hour quest.
The last time I played was we did, a ride-along interview with the return of the Whisper in 0 Hour, which I think became paid dungeons.
Oh, he's saying that Whisper in 0 Hour paid dungeons. No, that's not right. I'm pretty sure they're free. I understand dungeons. If he's making a comment about dungeons. Sorry, exotic missions dungeons. That's the confusion. Yeah, exotic missions are not dungeons. Dungeons are dungeons. Exotic missions are exotic missions. Raids are raids. Let's
Marathon is quoting an entirely different audience. That's a really good thing for Bungie. They can't lean on the Destiny audience. They need to capture a new audience, because the Destiny audience is dwindling and shrinking, and I think people are just not here for it anymore. So some of the other people have said this doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? As someone who makes games, it makes a lot of sense to me, and I think it's a smart choice. Of course, it's risky, but it's what they need to do. Bungie's in kind of a dangerous position right now. The studio's future is hanging on Marathon. Destiny's clearly not going to keep them afloat. They were just acquired by Sony last year for like 3.6, over $3 billion, like about $3.5 billion. So this is a really important game for the future of the studio. And I think we're going to look at either the full collapse of Bungie and like off in the sunset they go, or they'll be returning to form, sort of rising from the ashes a little bit, right? I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom about Bungie, but the news about Bungie and the reception in the wider gaming audience for Bungie's stuff has been very negative or lukewarm for a couple of years now. So they need this. I think it's the right choice. I think they're going in the right direction. All that remains to be seen is if the game is actually good and compelling to play. A lot of the early impressions are mixed. Some people say it's good. It might be that they were paid to say it's good. We don't know that. I can't confirm any of those things. But I do know that factor for AAA studios, especially if they're working with content creators and streamers, to say, you can cover this game, but there are certain things you cannot say. And the reason why they do that is because there can be a really, really negative impact on sales of the game if a very popular content creator says negative shit about it. It sucks because you, as a consumer, you watch your favorite streamer and you're like, oh, this is great. This is an honest take. Most of the time, it's not an honest take, especially if it's sponsored. It can't be, because that can really, really hurt the game.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily trust a sponsored video or a sponsored review. Granted, have we done sponsor reviews? Yeah, we did one for Remnant too. The easiest review of my life. It's great. It's a great game. But should you trust a sponsor review? No. I mean, I would say at that point you might want to just go watch Skill Up. Dude, Skill Up's super fair, man. And look. I really like Skill Up's like approach to a lot of these things, because like there's no transactions, there's no money. He's buying his own like room and board and flights to go visit these studios. You know what I mean? So Skillup's great. Now, that doesn't mean that my taste is aligned with Skillup's taste, because there's sometimes where he likes a game that I didn't really like as much. You know what I mean? Or vice versa, right? But at least he's honest. He says what he feels, and there's no transactions are occurring that would sway him either way. And also, I will say this too about like sponsorship stuff too. The only companies that I've ever seen that have tried to tell me what to say has been mobile games. And like if there's like one thing we kind of steer away from doing any type of like, not that I have anything against mobile games, it's just I don't play on mobile. But there have been mobile games in the past that will try to be like, I'll just point out Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends will literally give you a page on what you're supposed to say, and it's like, bro, you know, what the f-? You know what I mean? Like almost 10 times out of 10, even if it's sponsored, the only thing they don't want you to do is break into games, because it's such a, you're shooting yourself in both feet if you try to sit there and guide someone. But now there's cherry picked reviews. I've seen in the past only certain people get access to early access codes or game review keys. What was the game that came out last year, guys? They cherry picked which creators would get early access.
You're here for a chess puzzle skip, so that you skip collecting the 60 puzzle pieces and you skip putting in the 27 solutions. Bungie is so nice for putting this cheese in here. Another tip is that it looks like after you do this, you can invite people to get the chest rewards after it's open. If you do everything correctly in this video, this should take around 10 minutes. First, you want to go to Eris's apartment. Collect the 4 pieces in there as shown here in the video. After that, you will be able to launch a new node called Middle Game. Once you're in there, you will see a chessboard. Stand on the icon of the type of piece that you want to place, and then shoot the chessboard squares to place the pieces. You'll notice the top left icon is the Remove Pieces option. More on that in a bit. Bottom left is Knights, which looks like a horse. To the right of that we have Rooks, which look like castles. To the right we have Pawns, which look like domes. Then the Queen, which looks like a crown, and the Bishop, which looks like a triangle. Make the pattern on screen by standing in each piece's circle and recreating the board by shooting in the correct squares. After you do this, the pieces will disappear and a fresh board will be available.
Wait, what?
Chamber now says that you have access to end game difficulty. If you do, that's good, and you move on to the next step. Next is a bigger puzzle shown on screen. So if you place a wrong piece, you will need to stand on the Remove Piece crown. Left is Knights, which looks like a horse. This is Circle.
Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it later. I'm gonna lay down for a couple minutes. Where